This is my last bite of pork bun and I'm really sad, but also really happy. I'm scheduled to speak today at an Adult Protective Services conference, and I bit the inside of my cheek yesterday, and it's driving me a little crazy. It's like, right? But oh well, this is gonna be fun. I'm excited. I started out, my name on Twitch is She Snaps, because I was a gamer that had an anger problem. So I started out online with a very different intention, and kind of by accident started moving into the mental health and mindfulness space, which is what we're going to be talking about today. You're trying to provide resources, you're trying to be that support for someone who really needs it. But what I'm here to talk to you about is how to support yourselves. Last year, I did my first talk on mental health, and I almost quit. The talk went well, everything was great, I shared the resources, I was prepared and ready, but what I wasn't ready for was for people coming up and telling me their stories afterward and how incredibly heartbreaking that was going to be. I want to make sure that we create a nice environment here that's kind of similar to my streams online, right? So if you're able, what I would like all of you to do is just stand up, turn towards someone near you, and you're going to say this very thing. If you're comfortable shaking hands, shake. If not, you don't have to. You're going to look at someone near you and you're going to say, "Hello, new friend." Amazing. So what I was saying before that, though, and I wanted to make sure we all feel like we're friends before we get into this, because some of this stuff can get emotional, right? We're talking about people's lives. You know, we're trying to help other people to the best of our ability. And like I was saying, I didn't realize how much that was going to hurt initially. I was like, you know, this is fine. I got this. I just budgeted my time. I get most of those messages through direct messages or on stream. I've already put myself in a good headspace to have those conversations. So I still had a little bit of distance. It wasn't until I started doing this stuff, the in-person stuff, the stuff you all do every day, that it clicked. If I am not in a good headspace, I am exhausted. I spent the last year and a half of my time just dedicating all of my time to researching, learning, finding new ways to make sure that when I do this the next time, that I can feel good while I do it. And I can tell you safely, I just did this talk a couple weeks ago, and it went great. I heard from thousands of people at that convention about everything, all the things they're struggling with, relationships, loss of siblings, loss of family, loss of jobs, like everything. And I went home feeling energized. And that's what I want to give you all the tools to do, is to be able to go and do your job and do these amazing things that you're doing for people. So like I told you, I started off in the mental health thing kind of by accident. I decided to open up with my community because I had too many young people coming up to me and asking how I was so happy. And I wasn't. I wasn't at all. I was miserable. I was really in a rough state of mind when I started streaming online. And as soon as I started getting those questions from people like, how do you do it? I'm miserable. I don't know how to go on. I realized I was doing a disservice to them by pretending to be a happy person when I was having a hard time. So I started opening up more. I started telling more of my story, and that's kind of how all of this snowballed. So, you know, I don't want to say I've led a hard life. I consider myself very blessed. But I've been through some stuff, especially with my own mind, and I think those are the struggles that are the hardest, right? Like the day-to-day stuff. I mean, that's easy, but the stuff that can go on in your head, man, that can be really rough. So we have to be constantly challenging ourselves to educate ourselves out of our ignorance. And when I say ignorance, I usually get a little pushback. People don't like being told that they're ignorant. But your ignorance isn't a problem unless you start throwing it at other people, right? We're ignorant on all kinds of topics. There's all kinds of stuff we don't know. And ignorance is simply defined as a lack of knowledge or information. You may lack knowledge, we all do, but you know what we have: access to information. The other thing we really need to stop doing, on the same note of remembering that you could be wrong, we have to stop trying to predict the future. So when I was 15, I thought I could predict the future. I hated myself, I blamed myself for family problems, for all kinds of things. And at 15, I'm looking ahead thinking, why? No matter which career path I take, it's gonna suck. No matter what kind of family life I have, they're never gonna love me. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna feel this way. What is the point? So when I was 15, I attempted suicide. I really thought I knew where my future was headed. Thankfully, someone saved me. Obviously, I. But I really thought that I knew where my future was going, and let me tell you, I could not have predicted this. And I couldn't have predicted some of the amazing blessings that have come into my life since then, like my birth mom coming back into my life the very next year and bringing with her my 3 younger siblings who are in this room. Speaking of predicting the future, I predicted this and I was like, I'm not gonna cry just because they're in the room. I'm a professional. I don't get emotional anymore. And then I see my sister's face and my brother, and I'm like, oh, okay. But if you can figure out how to be happy in every moment, how to be you in every moment, it doesn't really matter what comes after that. You're good. You know the feeling you get when you go on a vacation and you have this awesome sensation of like, I don't have to think about work right now. Like, I know it's still there. I know that eventually I will address it, but I'll do that with a clear head after this vacation. That's what mindfulness can do for your everyday life. So that's why I'm here to talk to you about all of this stuff, because I want you to know you could be wrong. You're predicting the future when you should be in the present. And we're gonna do a nice little exercise here where you're all gonna repeat this sentence out loud, okay? I could be wrong.
I could be wrong.
That wasn't so hard, right? That's all that I have for you today. Thank you for being such a great audience. You're all just amazing. And like the sense of people. Okay, we're doing quick catch up because today, this weekend has kind of been, it's gone away from me quickly. I've had a lot more to do than I expected to, but it's okay. Very grateful for this time. APS conference went really well. That was really cool. APS stands for Adult Protective Services, and I went and spoke to them about essentially like mental health and mindfulness in the form of self-care. It was cool because, I can only imagine how me of like a couple years ago would have reacted to this opportunity. Like, I'm sorry, what? You want me to come and talk to like mental health professionals, officers, social workers, people who help the elderly and disabled all the time? I'm supposed to go in and tell them how to take care of themselves, But after all of this time of doing what I've been doing, I felt very strangely equipped for it. And it was very well received, so I'm really grateful. It does take a lot. You've got to be able to mentally guard yourself and build yourself up in order to go and help people, because otherwise it can really drain you. There's a lot of people are suffering, and if you aren't feeling mentally strong and great, it can be really hard not to take that suffering on yourself. So it was really cool. It was very well received. I got high ratings, and they called me an hour after my talk and asked me if I would do the keynote next year. So that's gonna be really cool, getting to talk about, mental health and mindfulness and self-care again. I just love it. Other things that have happened recently, I started doing yoga streams in the morning like I promised, and I love this new routine. I have been getting up by 6 at the very latest. I go out, I turn on my stream, I do my yoga and mindfulness streams, and then after that I get a bunch of work done, then I stream again at 2. I've pretty much just been working, relaxing, and having like me time, meditating, doing all the stuff during my weekdays. So there's like weekday snaps, who's a hard worker, gets lots done, doesn't watch TV, doesn't dick around, and then weekend snaps. She kind of moseys a little more. She gets a lot done, but she also relaxes and reads magazines and watches even a little bit of TV. It's really cool. Having that like distinction of like, this is what I do these days, this is what I do these days, has been really helping me to keep moving. And I just love the Yoga with Adrienne videos so much. We have really been enjoying working through those together, so I'm excited for tomorrow to get back into that.
On top of all of that, we just started our new book club book, and we're doing the book club differently. We're doing it through Discord. One chapter takes 2 weeks. The first chapter we are on right now, so you still have time. Join us, read this book with us. It's so good, and it gives really good scientific backing as to why meditation is so good for you, for your body, mind, soul, all of it. And it's so straightforward, and then it gives you some meditations that you can try on your own. So we're gonna take 2 weeks for each chapter. We'll read the chapter, discuss it, and then we will all practice meditating with some of the tips that they give us and report back on that before moving on to the next chapter. So join us in the book club. We're reading the book Meditation for Fidgety Skeptics by Dan Harris. It is a great, great, great book. You will like it. All right, so I'm downtown and I'm here with my amazing photographer. There we go. Shooting for Endgame. I am pumped. Can't wait to show you all this gear. I'm not even gonna pan down right now and show you because I don't know when I'll be able to release this vlog, and I don't know when Twaza is launching officially. But the clothing is fire. It's fucking fire. We have shot technically 2 looks. Oops. We're on look number 2 right now, and I am pumped about it. We've gotten like really great lighting today, so I'm super pumped about that. Have I mentioned that I'm pumped? Fuck yeah. Endgame. Fuck yeah. Twaz. Fuck yeah. I just got some pictures right here, and I got my shoes wet. Yay! Ugh. So the shoot went really well, and as a result, I have earned ramen from my favorite spot too. I love this place. Ramen-san. Twaz dropped the Endgame video. Oh. Wait, we gotta finish this. No, we don't. No, we don't. Okay, we'll pause this. We're gonna come back. We're coming back to this. Okay. Hold. Okay. Let's just get all up in this. It might get loud. Heavy breathing. Twaz is such a fucking genius.
Just play the game. Destroy it.
Woo! Hey! That's what the fuck is up? Oh, my girl! Woo! so great. Yes. Yes. Oh my fuck! That video was incredible. Holy shit. Wow. Shut up and take my money indeed. Yo. He sent me a message too 8 minutes ago. We could have watched that 8 minutes ago. We were late. The picture, one of the pictures that he posted wound up on fucking Reddit because someone was really interested in like potential lore behind this picture that he posted because there were coordinates and like a date on it, and it seems like maybe there is something bigger that he's building out of this that has me like, I have no idea, I could be way off, but he said that there is like a meaning to it and he was very subtle and that was it. Wow. Oh, I can't wait to watch that again. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very excited. I'm gonna nerd out over that later. I'm so grateful that we got to be a part of this. Okay, we're good. We're good. I just momentarily got emotional. Twaz did my branding for this channel twice. He did the branding for me, he did the branding for the Mind of Snap stuff. And like in general, he has just always been such a supportive friend. And I'm not emotional, you are. Shut up! Listen, my friends are going after their dreams, dude, and it's so cool. And it's one of those things, like, if I allow it to go on too far, it will turn into an ugly cry like that because it will lead to more thoughts about other friends that are doing amazing things. And I just... we're gonna save that, hold it for a sec, accepting it, not avoiding it, loving the feels, but I'm gonna just re-explore those later when I'm comfortable ugly crying. Because it would start with me having some good old cries about how amazing it is that Twaz is launching a fucking clothing company. Like, talk about the beginnings, right? Guardian Con started in a bar. Twaz, like, the first time I remember seeing more of him was when he started making those Destiny shirts with everyone's names. And then we became buds, and then he stole my Spazzy, and the fact that Spazzy is there and happy with him, like, I could cry over that. Then we start talking about all the progress, like, bro has been working his butt off, got to work with Marvel, got to do Star Wars shit, is doing all kinds of amazing things. And then it's just gonna branch out. We're gonna be talking about Cha-Cha reading again, Cam quitting smoking, you fucking drinking more water, eating square meals. Like, I could go on too long and I will get too emotional over how great everyone is. God. Life is amazing and beautiful and crazy. On my Patreon, I have this option where you can choose to sponsor a YouTube video. And if you do that, then you can decide if you want to include a little message or have something, a shout out or whatever. And Smokey J 645, who is the Smokey J, we love him to pieces, one of the coolest people I've ever known, and I'm so grateful to have him as a part of this community, decided to sponsor this week's YouTube video. And he wanted me to share this message with you. Smokey wants you to know that he sees all the hard work you're all putting into your lives, and he wants you to know he's so proud of you. He's so happy for all the success. He wants you to celebrate yourself because you're kicking ass, and just know that we're in your corner. Smokey's proud. You've made Smokey proud. Good job. So keep focusing on yourselves. Keep doing these great things for yourself. Keep achieving all this awesome shit. It's so inspiring to watch. So that was a lovely message from the amazing Smokey J 645. He just wants you to know you're doing great. Keep going. Thank you for sponsoring this, Smokey. It means a lot. And thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you a ton. Check out the podcast. I got a new episode that's gonna be dropping this week. I spoke with Heathered Effect about a recent controversy, which should not, in my opinion, have been a controversy, because she breastfed on a Twitch stream. Breastfeeding is totally natural. You can hear more about that in the podcast, so check it out. And yeah, make sure you're following Twitter and Instagram. Join us in the Discord. I look forward to talking to more of you through Patreon and all that other stuff. Get out there and have a good week. Manifest some dope shit. Bye.